In this video, I'm going to be going over creating and entering data into a customer record. I'll go over the simpler pieces of the customer record, like names and their structure, addresses and address validation, emails, phones, and customer tags. To create a new customer, click the Add Customer button in the top right corner of the search screen, and click the arrow to confirm. We're then brought into the customer record screen, where we can view and change customer names, basic information like customer type and company, addresses, emails, phones, customer tags, transactions, and campaigns. To start, I'll add my own name to this customer record. Click the Add Name button in the top left. A window comes up prompting us to fill in basic components of the name. We can fill in the title, first name, middle name, last name, suffix, nickname, and job title fields. I'm going to fill in my first and last name. Scrolling to the top, we can see that there are two auto-generated fields, full name and short name. Since I only filled the first name and last name components, the full name and short name are the same. If I add my middle name, the middle initial is used in the full name. If I add a title, that title is placed into the short name instead of my first name. If I add a nickname, the nickname is used as the short name. These two auto-generated name fields can be used in marketing and transactional material alongside every other component. The job title field appears alongside the name in the record. Click the check icon in the top right corner of the window to create the name. Next, I'll add my customer type and company. For the customer type field, I can either select an option or put freeform text into the box. The company field only allows for freeform text. To add an address to a customer record, go to the address list and click the plus icon on the list's top bar. Another window will come up prompting you to enter the address. At the top of the window, you can enter a label, which identifies certain meta information about the address. Maybe you'd enter home, work, or vacation. Below the label, the primary switch allows you to decide if this address is the primary address of the customer. Making one address primary makes all others secondary. This is true for emails and phones too. You can then start typing the customer's address. As you type, the formatted address will appear above. Addresses are formatted to the standard of the country you enter. For example, a French address will be formatted to match France's address format. After entering the line 1, line 2, and city of the address, we come to the state or administrative area. There are two fields here. One, a small field marked ISO 3166-2, and another longer input field marked administrative area. The small field is for the ISO subdivision code of the administrative area, and the longer field for the name of the subdivision. If you enter a correct code or a correct subdivision name in the correct field, the other field will attempt to autofill only after the country code has been entered. The system can detect an ISO code in the longer administrative field and place it correctly. The country code has a similar setup. The small field marked ISO 3166-1 is for the so-called ISO Alpha 2 country code. The longer field is for the country name. These fields will also attempt to autofill. The postal code behaves as a normal field. Once you've entered the address, you can click the Save icon in the top right corner to save the address. The other button is a limited use geocoder, which allows you to geocode an address to get some information about it. The data it puts out can only be as good as the information that goes in. To add an email, click the plus button on the email list's top bar. A window comes up prompting you to enter an email. Like before, there's a label field and a primary switch. Simply enter the customer's email and click the Save icon to save it. To add a phone, click the plus button on the phone list's top bar. A window comes up prompting you to enter a phone. Simply enter the customer's phone and click the Save icon to save it. Adding customer tags is slightly different. Click the plus button on the customer tag list's top bar. A window with two rows comes up. One, an object selection button, and the other, a row showing how many other customers have the selected tag. To select or create a tag, click the object selector. Another window comes up. If your installation has multiple tags, these tags will list below, allowing you to choose one. If you want to create a tag, enter the tag value into the text field and click the Add Tag row afterwards. With that tag selected, You can view how many customers have that tag before clicking the plus button to add it. Should you want to change your selection, click the object selector again and choose Clear Selection to clear it. Then repeat the previous steps. Clicking the plus button adds it to the list. Once your record has an item in a list, you can manipulate it using the icons in each row. For example, you can use the trash icon next to a customer tag to delete it from the customer's record. You can click the ellipses icon next to an address to view it on a map, make it primary or secondary, edit it, or delete it. Emails and phones have similar controls. You can create and manipulate customer notes in the same way.